Hi, my name is Thomas Weinberg. I'm a show jumping rider and trainer here from Aachen in Germany. So my career started when I was very young. I grew up in a sports stable. My parents were both international riders, so I was always surrounded by horses. I started riding when I was 3 years old. Of course, first of all with the pony, enjoying it a lot. And always in the beginning, though, more orientated on the playing with the horses, not necessarily the riding, always a little bit of riding as well. Then I got more interested in the jumping and in the sport, and I got very motivated and wanted to do my first competition. I did that when I was 6 years old. After that, I continued to go up in the sport, and when I was 14, I, for the first time, took place in the junior championship and won the silver medal. So from then on, the sport virus took over. In my career, I had two really special horses that influenced me a lot. It was Wapiti, who was 2 years older than I was at the time, and he was really an old schoolmaster. And he was actually already retired when I got him. My mother, she used to jump with him before in the sport, and then he kind of came back for me, and he took part in the first Nations Cup with me in Reims, actually in France, and I jumped my first double clear there as a junior in the Nations Cup, and he enabled me to go further and qualify for my first European Championship. The other special horse in my life his name was Escobar. He came a little bit later in the career. And with him, I managed to win my first international Grand Prix in Italy, in Arezzo. And I won my first 1m50 Grand Prix with him. And one of my greatest memories with him was, as a young rider, to win the silver individual medal in Prague at the Europeans. That was, for me, he really made my dream come true. And also, I rode with him at the 5-star in Aachen, and came third in the derby class, and of course with the full stadium in Aachen with this atmosphere, it's a memory you never forget. At the moment now I am still competing at 1m45 and 1m50 level, but my job has a little bit changed because I've become a more trainer for horses and also for riders. It still means I compete internationally and I also produce horses still up to big level. But I see more my expertise now to educate the horses and bring them up from a young age. I start with horses from around 5 years, and then I ride them normally until they are jumping the big level. But then I normally pass them on. I sell them to other top riders that are competing, that used to be my colleagues, let's say. They are now my clients. And at the same time, here in Aachen, I have an equestrian center where I train all varieties of students, from children to juniors, young riders, or also older amateurs. Basically, whoever likes my style of training and my horsemanship is always free to visit, and that's actually my everyday life. My job as a coach, being for horses and also for riders, I find it's a very complex job, because you don't just need to have the technical understanding of the obstacles and also how the horse works, biomechanically, also food-wise, training-wise, but also it's a very individual thing, because the horse is a living animal, and also the person can be sometimes complicated. So it has a lot to do also with the personality and the psychology. And what I really enjoy working with the horses is how you can actually react to them. You see how their mood changes, how their body develops, and I find a good coach has to be very flexible and very sensitive to really feel what is going on in the horse's body and in the horse's mind. And I find also for the students, is the student nervous? You have to calm him down. Is the student getting arrogant or lazy? You have to kind of sharpen him up, get him motivated. So it's a permanent, let's say, observation and trying to assist without making yourself too important. Ideally, I find a great coach is a little bit in the background, just carefully giving advice, and then in the end you have nice results, and somehow nobody knows how it all happened, but it happened. That is, in my opinion, the best way also to work with the horses, to teach them step by step without pressure, to give them enough time also to learn from their natural mistakes, and then just repeat in a good way and slowly raise the difficulty level without over pressuring them. If I were to give an advice to an upcoming motivated young riding athlete, I would say it's very important to first of all love what you do. Be absolutely passionate about it all. Everything surrounding the horse sport, everything. Try to learn from the farriers, try to speak with the vets, try to learn about the food, try to see the horse really as an athlete from the training point of view, and stay open for everything. Try to learn from different coaches. Try to also be open for people that are experts in lunging, for example, in doing flat work. Basically try to keep a very open mind towards it all, and most important of all, keep going. Don't be afraid of failure. Dare to try things. Don't worry if things don't always go right at the first time. It's a normal process. Try to take the small failures and the small adversities, digest them, come back, learn from them. Try not to get too disappointed when small things go wrong. Try to see it positive. Try to see it as a chance to learn.